Okay, let's take a look at C++ and operator overloading. So we're overloading operators. So let's take a look what that involves. So firstly, we can define how standard operators work when used with class objects. Operator overloading allows you to redefine an existing operator's behavior when used with a class object. So C++ allows a class to have a special member functions called operator functions. When you wish to redefine the way a particular operator works with an object, you define a function for that operator. The operator function is then executed anytime the operator is used with an object of that class. So let's take a look at the example here we've got. So in this example, we're going to overload the plus sign operator. We've defined a class here called complex. We have two private member variables there, and we have a constructor here that takes two arguments. We have this function down here that returns a object of the complex type, and the name of this function is a special function, and it's the function that overloads the operator. It's called operator with a plus sign directly to the right hand side of it. So that is the name, the special name that we have to use, and we have to, depending on the operator that we do use, we put that there. This function also has one parameter here, obj. So the obj parameter references the object on the right side of the operator. So the operator, remember, is our plus sign, and this parameter obj will reference the right side of the operator. It'll be C2 in this case, which is down here. So what I mean by that, we have the operator here. So when the compiler sees this line here, C2 will get passed to obj here, and then inside the function here and here. So let's go to the main program and let's walk through it. So first line here, we're creating two objects of the complex type, so instantiating two objects, C1 and C2. We're passing some values to the argument of the constructor up here, R and I, for each of those objects created, C1 and C2. And the next line here, we're once again creating a object C3 of the complex type, but on the right hand side we're using that plus sign, and because C1 is an object and C2 is an object, the right hand side of this operator, this object here, C2, will get passed to this parameter here, obj, with its 2 and the 4. Remember, 2 is assigned to this, and 4 is assigned to that. The same with C1 object. The 10 is assigned with the real, and the 5 is assigned with the image. Okay, so once it gets to this line here, we go into this operator function. Let's have a look inside and what exactly happens inside. So we're creating a object of the complex type, res. Notice the notation here, obj.real. It's because, remember, obj is an object which is taken from C2 and stored inside C2. The data is real equals 2 and image equals 4. So for the real, we will have this value here too, which is this printout of that line there. The real part here is 10, because that's the other real part to the C1 object. The next line, so that's those two lines printed out there and there. The next line here, imag plus obj.imag. Well, obj is referencing C2 and imag is within the object C1. So if we go into our printout line here, which is this one here, obj will be 4, and the next one down, imag will be 5. Okay, so once we've finished that, we will return the object to the calling function. The call to the function was here, so res will get assigned to the object, the data inside the object of res, which is the real and imaginary variables will get assigned to the object C3. And in this line here, we can use the print method, which is defined here, to print the values of those variables out. So you can see here we are calling the real variable, which has stored in it the this value here, and that'll be 12. We're putting a string in there, which is the plus and the I, and we are printing to the screen the imag, the value of the imag variable here, which is the result of imag plus obj.imag, which is 9.